anggur biasa, sadar setelah mabuknya. Tapi yang mabuk cinta, mabuk seumur hidupnya. Maafkan kehinaanku, hamba rendah bodoh hina, telah minum anggur cinta yang manjur lagi tak ada.
Andai saja aku tahu takkan ku minum ini, terjebak kehayalanku dan pelayan yang gak kabarin, yang mabuk anggur biasa, sadar setelah mabuknya. Tapi yang mabuk cinta, ia mabuk seumur hidupnya.
Minum, tambahin lagi, minum, secangkir lagi, minum, tambahin lagi, minum, secangkir lagi, yang manjur tak ada lagi.
Satu-satunya obat cinta, jatuh cinta lagi katanya. Tapi semakin ditambah, semakin mabuk jadinya.
Setiap manusia tersesat dalam khayalannya. Orang sufi paling sesat, doakan ku dapat hidayah. Yang mabuk anggur biasa, sadar setelah mabuknya. Tapi yang mabuk cinta, mabuk seumur hidupnya. Minum, tambahin lagi, minum, secangkir lagi, minum, tambahin lagi, minum, secangkir lagi, yang manjur tak ada lagi. Yang mabuk anggur biasa,
sadar setelah mabuknya.
tapi yang mabuk cinta, ia mabuk seumur hidupnya. Minum, tambahin lagi, minum, secangkir lagi, minum, tambahin lagi, minum, secangkir lagi, yang manjur tak ada. Minum, tambahin lagi, minum, secangkir lagi, minum, tambahin lagi, minum, secangkir lagi, yang manjur tak ada lagi.
So what a performance, and welcome to our signature segment, See the Stories, on the 2-hour news show where Dul Jaelani and Mustafa Debu just performed their new single, Mabuk Lagi. And they are our special guests for our Eid al-Fitr edition, so let's find out more about their single and how do they collaborate to make the song. So, hello, Dul and also Mustafa, happy Eid al-Fitr.
Happy Eid al-Fitr.
And thank you for joining us here on See Today.
Thank you.
What you just performed was very captivating. Mabuk Lagi, or if we literally translate it into English, it's drunk again.
Yeah.
Can you please tell us more about the meaning behind the song?
It's a spiritual journey, I would say. Everyone has their own spiritual journey, so you can't really share. You can kind of give an idea, but every person is also understanding it in their own terms. So this is just the journey of witnessing Allah and everything. And in the song, I actually did it in English. We haven't recorded it yet, but it says, the drunkard drunk from vineyard wine will sober soon after his time. The drunkard drunk from love's sweet wine will stay drunk his whole lifetime. So it's basically saying that being drunk is not a big deal. Really being drunk with love, that you never get sober. So that's the big deal.
And with love with Allah.
That's right. Well, I mean, Rumi says, don't ask what type of love. He says, because divisions only create more divisions. So love, already brings you to the divine. It doesn't matter what form of love whether it's for your family, it doesn't matter. If you just follow it, you'll eventually find the divine.
So you have to trust your love, the love that you feel inside.
Your heart, yeah.
And what about you, Dul? What does this song mean to you?
Have you ever feel like falling in love with a person? When you fall in love with a person, you try to do everything to make him or her happy. I mean, in this case or in this song, when you fall in love with God, I think you will try to do everything to make God happy, even if it makes you cry a lot. So God even said, I am with those whose heart broken until pieces, you know. That's
perfect.
right? Perfect. So I mean, why when we sing it minum or drunk, because it's about us. Sometimes we sing it happily. Sometimes we sing it sadly, because we try to serve God's destiny with drunk for God.
The love for God.
Love for God.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's very deep meaning for both of you. And I believe, of course, as you mentioned before, spirituality for each person is different.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful song, especially during Ramadan when it was launched. And for the collaboration process itself, how did it go? Because of course, I mean, Dul, Mustafa, you're very well-known figures in the musical scene in Indonesia. How did you two come together for this particular song?
I think we reached out each other on Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
How long ago was
then
that?
he came to my house 4 years ago.
4 years
4
ago.
years ago.
Okay.
And it's like a jodoh. What do you say? How do you say it in English? Soulmate.
It's meant to be. Soulmate, yes. So who reached out first? Was it Dul or was it you, Mustafa?
We don't even remember.
I don't remember which one who was. I think I reached out because I've watched. The thing about Dul is I see he's a young man. He's like half my age almost. But he has, there's like a gem there that not all young men have it.
Yes.
And so when I saw, this is what I saw, and I thought this is a wonderful opportunity because not only am I twice his age, so that means I can reach to the younger generation, and at the same time be a part of his process because I see a legend in the making when I see him. You know, that's how I see it. You know, and so I could be a part of that process. You know, and so it makes me feel good to be able to watch it. And actually, since I've known him in 4 years, I've seen a huge development in I mean, I can say in a spiritual way, but of course that's only my perception of it. But I've seen a huge development in just the way he sees things and everything. It's amazing.
Okay.
I remember the first time I was curious about oud music and you know, you call it in Sufi tarekat. What's in English? Tarekat still tarekat.
They use the same word,
Yeah.
Sufi path.
Sufi path, you know, the Sufi path and the music. And back then I was curious about blending between the music and the spiritualism. And then Mustafa Debu, he is a legend in that things. So I came to his house, and when I came and saw the old music, and then the Sufi whirling their fishes, and I say to myself, what is this? I mean, it's something new for me. And a lot of young people forget about this culture, this traditional culture from Indonesia. A lot of people nowadays especially at the younger generation, they are easily adored Western culture. I mean, great culture.
Yes.
Like even this came from Turkey or something, but it's a part of Indonesian tradition now, and the Sufi things.
And since we are on TV right now, we are on See Today, probably the viewers can also take a look at the gambus itself because, as you mentioned before, it brings questions from your audiences. You can show it to the camera, and what is the difference? It's similar to a guitar.
This is like the grandfather.
It's grandfather.
That's the grandfather. This is the grandson. Okay.
Yeah.
And then how does it play a little bit? Because this is from, is it, as you mentioned, Turkey, was it?
Well, Turkey has it. It's actually, historically, you can find it as far back as Babylon.
Okay, wow.
They have, what do you call it? Drawings of this instrument that are from the time of Babylon. Said, in the West, they have an instrument. In Europe, they have an instrument called the lute, which is actually from the Arabic word el-oud, which is this instrument, but because it went over to the West, so they actually didn't know how to say the word, so they said lute, which is similar to this instrument.
Okay.
And they just put frets on it. So. But as Dul was saying, in Indonesia, Nusantara, this instrument is all over the place. You go to the kampung, to the countryside, way in the countryside, and that's their instrument.
Oh.
It's just a lot of people now, the culture is so modernized that they forgot their own traditions, and that's the idea, is to bring it back, to remind people that be proud of your own traditions, you know.
What a great way to portray it, especially through Mabuk Lagi.
Thank you.
Your love to God, and of course our love to tradition as well. And probably people are going to their hometowns, their villages. Probably they can find it in a way. They can
Almost
hunt for
every
it, right? Almost every place.
Almost all over Indonesia.
There you go. Something to hunt for during this Idul Fitr.
If people go to, what do you call it? Borobudur.
Yes.
I haven't found the traditional form in Jawa because they use gamelan and
Yes.
stuff. But you go to Budur and find on the carvings.
On the walls, on
And
the
this
side.
instrument is one of the instruments on the carvings on the wall.
There you go. For those of you who are visiting Borobudur, you can find that during
That's
this vacation or holiday moment. And speaking of traditions, since today is Idul Fitr, it's Lebaran
Yes.
in Indonesia. We have our ketupat right here on the table.
Yes.
But for your own personal traditions at home, do you have anything special for every single year? Probably from Dul?
Opor ayam.
Opor ayam.
What you call it in English?
Chicken stew, white stew, right?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And what about you, Mustafa?
Foods, I wouldn't say that we don't. We usually have like a feast, but the biggest part for me is the family all gathering together. We used to do it where we'd always do it an open house on the second day of Eid, but now because, well, my mom last year, she was like, because she has different sons
Yes.
and they have to go see their families, Indonesian tradition stuff. She's like, well, we do it on the first day. If they want to come, they can come, and if not, oh well, they'll see me next year. You know, it's just like that.
As long as, of course, you can see them at a moment or two.
Yeah.
Saying
Yes.
sorry to parents.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the most
Yeah, it's
things
beautiful.
in
Sungkeman.
Yeah,
That's where we ask forgiveness.
yeah. Sungkeman. What you call it in English?
What do you call that in English? I think it's
Sungkeman.
giving our, saying our forgiveness to our, asking forgiveness for our parents, but you know, shaking,
Yeah.
You have
kissing their
a
hands.
term.
Asking for forgiveness. Yeah.
Well, anyways, thank you very much, Dul, and thank you very much, Mustafa, for
Thank you,
being here,
Sarah.
taking your time on Idul Fitr to visit us on the See Today, and
Okay.
of course our special Idul Fitr edition. Once again, thank you and congratulations on Mabuk Lagi.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and that was our signature segment, See the Story, special Idul Fitr edition with Mustafa Debu and Dul Jaelani. Don't go anywhere and stay with us because we still have more updates right after the break.